Hello and welcome to Spotlight on the Arts. I'm Mark McLemore. Tucson is home to many unique rituals and ways to celebrate special events that blend our arts and border culture in unexpected ways. Joining me now are two artists who will be taking part in an annual gathering that marks the arrival of the new year at the Rialto Theatre. Here's musician Brian Lopez and poet Logan Phillips, who's also known as DJ Dirty Verbs. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Brian, tell us about your band XIXA and what's the ethos behind the group?
XIXA actually started as a cover band called Chicha Dust in about 2012 or 13, and we were covering psychedelic cumbia from Peru from the 60s and 70s, and we just really became fascinated with that type of music and thought to put a band behind it. And as the band got more serious and we got a little bit more notoriety around town, around the Southwest, we decided to do something a little bit more original with the sound while still being equally informed with the same type of chicha sound. And we decided to call our band XIXA, or Chicha, however you'd like to really pronounce it. And since then we've been writing original music filtered through the same kind of chicha-inspired music from Peru in the 60s and 70s.
And give us an idea what one of the qualities of that type of music would be. What's something that's unique to the form?
Well, Peruvian Chicha, I personally was fascinated with it because it does encompass electric guitars, usually played with your fingernail. So as a classical guitar player, I really thought that was cool that those players were playing electric guitars with fingernails. And it's basically all the beautiful melodic folk Peruvian music that you would hear on a pan flute, except this was during the 60s and 70s when electric instruments, Fenders, and you have farfisa organs were starting to make their way down south, so they became more readily available to the public, and you start to hear these beautiful folk melodies now played on electric instruments, and it was the most rock and roll thing I had heard in about 10 years. Like since I became fascinated with like grunge, I haven't heard something like that spoke to me that much, and this was the time where you could actually burn CDs, and I was burning them for all my musical friends who I thought might be interested in putting a group together, and yeah, that's how we kind of formed, because we all had that mutual love for this new, old music called Chicha.
Okay. Well, Logan, you're well known for your poetry and your spoken word performances. What about the persona of DJ Dirty Verbs? Describe what's going on there.
Dirty Verbs was an old nickname that stuck and couldn't get rid of, and so decided to embrace it.
It's a good one.
I've been playing around town for about 6 years now. Resident at Hotel Congress on Friday nights with El Tambor, which is a collective of DJs and artists. And this is also our 5th time doing the New Year's Eve party at the Rialto. So I'm really excited to bring kind of what I love about cumbia and other music from around the Latin America region and the Caribbean region, all kind of bring it all together in a really huge dance party where they let me play in the middle of the dance floor on some risers, which was basically, I think, maybe my favorite part of the party.
Getting to be the center of attention.
Well, just being able to share that energy,
Yeah. Well, after 5 years of doing the party, you've tried different themes and had different styles. This year, I understand it's a cumbia masquerade.
Yeah, we were tossing around a bunch of ideas with the creative team at Rialto, and we finally landed on something that we had originally thought would be cool, and it just kept coming back, and just like an old school masquerade ball with like a cumbia infused theme. It just sounds like a really cool way to celebrate the new year.
Well, Logan, an invitation to the public?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every year it seems to get bigger and bigger, and it seems like in these kind of times that we're in right now, it's really important to be able to come together and celebrate as a community and kind of mark the passage of time in kind of a reverent, sort of fun, but also very Tucson way. And I think that's why we've been able to be doing it so many years in a row, and can't wait to do it again this year at the 5th annual.
All right, and we'll all look to the future together. The Cumbia Masquerade New Year's Eve party at the Rialto Theatre happens in downtown Tucson on December 31st. Thank you for watching Spotlight on the Arts.